The Old Peace is officially coming out December 10th, and with that, Warframe has now ramped up their December end-of-year marketing. You can see ads on like Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I got goddamn Gmail ads shot into my Gmail, so I was like, what's going on? Warframe has ramped up their promotions because this update is going to be huge. If we take a look at Warframe's recent player count, they're hitting, I think, like daily highs of 80,000, which is generally what Warframe hits during their like peak hype hours. But that's even before the actual big update came out. That's only post Noko the Valis Undermined update. And then I think when Soulframe came out, or like a week or two ago, they got a huge bump in players. So as of right now, Warframe is, yeah, they're killing it. They're doing really good end of year player count wise. A lot of people are jumping on the game. They're getting prepped and ready for the Old Peace, completing quests, farming focus, farming relic materials, whatever you might need for this new update. And that's pretty exciting. It's definitely probably going to be Warframe's biggest update to date. Even if it's not maybe the highest peak player count they hit, I do think it's going to be the highest average player base, like player count that they hit during this update, because we're getting both a Prime Warframe and a new Warframe. We're getting Protoframes. We're getting so many cosmetics that people will buy. So it's like, okay, even if Warframe doesn't hit a new peak in players or a new highest player count for any reasons, they're probably making so much goddamn cash right now. We just had the Soulframe release for Founders Packs, which were $40, $30 packs, and then the big expensive one was like $100 or $130. I'm Canadian, okay? Things are more expensive. So it was pretty crazy. They've definitely made a lot of money from that, and people were talking about that a lot. And with Noko, the Valis Undermine update, they definitely are doing good there. But with the Old Peace update, there will be way more gameplay to actually go through, more missions, more Warframes. There's a ton of events right now going on for December because there's both the December 16th, I think, like the Perita Rebellion maybe, or it's it's one of the events where you'll be playing the Perita game mode a ton. And then there's also the December 18th new update game mode, or sorry, I should say event, which is the Prime Resurgence refresh event where we get like Prime Vanguard, a ton of them at once. So it's gonna be kind of a massive update. I know people are really excited about those Protoframes, like Jesus Christ. I've seen so many people thirst over the Protoframes and talk about those. I think Warframe has definitely done a good job transitioning the game to a more, I don't know, a more thirsty or like a more parasocial type of MMO light game where everyone's now dating Protoframes. Like the game is legitimately becoming like a lot of people's dating sims. And while that can be interesting and funny, that's also kind of hilarious and possibly a little sus. Are people more excited to date Protoframes? Oh, I guess we'll have to find out. Or do people even want real life? Like, come on, like outside life? Fuck that. That shit's boring. No. People just want to date Protoframes, and they just want to give kisses to their imaginary husbandos and waifus, okay? We've known this since the dawn of time. The people thirst over the games and the anime. Either way, people are really excited about a lot of those skins, so they're definitely going to be buying out a lot of those. This latest dev stream 191, though, they quickly showcased us the new gameplay for like the Perita Rebellion, and I think the new gameplay for the new 2 game modes that we are aware of will be a lot of fun, okay? The Perita Rebellion is, first off, it's like a longer mission, right? It's gonna sound like it's at least 15 to 20 minutes, because for Perita Rebellion, you go through 12 minutes of kind of similar to open world objective farming. So you have 12 minutes of missions where objectives pop up, you do objectives, you continue on. It's like a 12-minute continual bounty in my mind, right? After that, straight on up to the boss. They've only showed us 1 boss out of 3 though. And that 1 boss so far has been Hun Hullis, okay? And that's the only one we've really seen, so we don't know too much about the other bosses, other than I think their names, because it popped up on the loading screen, so if I remember to find that, I can throw that up here. But the Hunhalis boss fight does look pretty good. It's like big-ass boss, right? You shoot at the, it's like a big-ass Eidolon. You shoot at the weak points, you shoot at the boss. You shoot at the weak points, you shoot at the boss. Then you go into Arcwing, and then you shoot at the boss. I think you might only have like 5 minutes to kill the boss. I can't remember if that's fully what I saw during the dev stream, but I know there will be a lot of like specifics around those bosses. Seeing how you had to jump up in the air and kill it, maybe Warframes like Zephyr will be absolutely meta for this boss, or Titania, because you can just fly in the air, shoot out the weak points, and then shoot out the boss. I'm just like talking about things because who knows? Zephyr's already a really strong Warframe. If you just use like in-air crit and damage, the amount of damage that Zephyr pulls off is insane. So she's really good like that. Is she, he? I actually don't remember. Either way, Zephyr, insane, 10 out of 10. So might really work well for this update. But at least like the 12 minutes are an open continual bounty. Yeah, it should be like a fun game mode. And then we have the Descendia game mode, which was really shown off on DevStream 190, and that is your typical towers sort of game mode. You descend or, you know, ascend the tower. I think in this one it's descend because it's Descendia, so I think you're going from the top of the tower all the way down because Descendia. 21 floors, each floor only takes like 1 to 5 minutes probably max because they're like really fast floors. So I think each one takes legitimately one mission or like 1 minute because it's like kill 50 enemies or go run this agility course running through the objectives. So it's not even going to be too long of a game mode. I know a lot of people get mad at Warframe when they force really long game modes on people. We used to play a lot of really long, but I feel like in this day and age for Warframe, people don't want to do really long game modes unless they're running like 9999 type of runs or they're doing something very specific. Most pubs that I find, people just want to go in and out. They just want to like quickly run the mission to get the loot in and out. So I don't know if people are happier or sadder about having longer missions. At least for Descendia, you can stop, I think, every 7 floors, so it's not really a big deal. But I know the Perita Rebellion, yeah, that one's going to be like a 20 almost minute mission. It's kind of like how 1999 had the big tank boss fight, and that one can be really long, depending. But I don't know, none of the missions are overly long. I think Duviri is some of the longest gameplay we ever get in Warframe if you don't if you just like run the game mode, you don't like do anything specific, unless you do endurance runs. So I don't know. I'm just not sure what the like general Warframe populace thinks about long runs versus short runs. I don't know. Maybe I just have crippling ADHD and I get bored in one mission for too long, and I always kind of have. Because I used to, when I needed to farm things more, I used to be more chill in like long game modes, farming with people. But nowadays it's like, meh. Maybe I should try building for 9999 gameplay one of these days, or not. It's hard to say. Either way, luckily this Descendia is looking really good, and I'm curious to see what sort of loot we get. It's one of those weeklies, though, where it's like, yeah, you get some loot, steal essence, you run it once a week. The Perita Rebellion is going to be like the repeatable game mode that you'll want to run constantly. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to like run the Descendia again, but you just won't be able to get like those weekly loot that you want to get. It's like if you run Elite Deep Archimedia multiple times a week, you're only getting the like specific loot once. Other than that, you're just running Elite Deep Archimedia for fun and for general drop loot and stuff like that, not like the mission specific loot as much. So yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, kind of feeling like that. I am also grinding a ton of Fortnite and throwing up a lot of shorts and random videos up on the Pupsker FN Fortnite channel. So if anyone wants to ever go visit that, like any of the channels, I do appreciate it. I also do have an Epic Games creator code Pupsker, as I am an Epic partner. Yeah, Fortnite, Warframe, anything helps. So thank you. And even with the new game modes, we have the freaking Focus School tree upgrade. Fuck, I'm not looking forward to that. Sorry, I'm just such a hater when it comes to Focus right now. Like, it's just such a pain in the ass. I don't really want to farm a ton of Eidolons, but honestly, I should farm a ton of Eidolons. I'll make a focus video quickly talking about Eidolons, focus lenses, and then like good leveling spots. I'll only try to make it like a 20-minute video max, but probably 15. I don't want to make it too long or anything because I don't think the fundamentals of anything has changed recently. So focus farming, affinity farming with lenses. It all works kind of the same. So run Eidolons, farm good missions with weapons and warframes with good lenses, and go to ESO SO for like fast XP if you're just like lazily farming focus. But there are still like daily caps and everything for focus, so you do have to be a little careful, okay? You can't just you can't just like farm up a bajillion all at once, sadly. But you can farm up a bajillion Eidolon shards and then hand those in each day. So that's why it's like Eidolons are pretty good value, and Eidolons are really fast. They're really like efficient overall. Even in publics, everyone does it pretty well. Like I run like my decent enough build, but I don't have like a super min-max one-shot build. I usually just run my Wisp with some strong weapons, and then it's like good from there. But yeah, Eidolon farming, Warframe farming, it's just kind of like that. So remember to farm up a ton of focus. Other than that, we're just getting like Uriel, Warframe, some weapons out of him, and then just like a ton of new random stuff. Like we don't know the new Arcanes, but we know we're getting new Arcanes. We don't know all of the new titles, but we know there's a ton of new titles, a lot of resource costs. I know a couple people online have got together from what they saw on the dev stream, all of the titles with the resource costs that they can see, or that they somewhat showed off, but it's gonna be shit like 100 Oracle cells, 250 Hero chassis, okay? Like 200 Neurodes. It's gonna be expensive titles just for fun, so people love titles, okay? I always love having different titles and goofery like that in my MMO-styled type of video games, so clap, clap, clap. I'm excited and happy they finally brought out titles to Warframe. Other than that, it's just general fun goofery. So let me know if there's any very specific stuff you're excited about for the Old Peace. I'm mainly always excited for the quest, okay? Like, we know there's a quest. I don't want to talk about it too much, but you can look at the first 20 minutes through that old Warframe dev stream. But I always love Warframe quests, and then I'll get the quest up on YouTube. We'll get some videos up. It'll be a fun update, so yeah, thank you all so much for joining, subbing, liking, and checking out any of the social medias. You can always go follow me on Twitch where I stream sometimes. I'm just kind of taking more of a break from streaming right now. As you may have noticed, I haven't streamed a ton on YouTube or Twitch, just because I'm making videos, but if there's anything I need to do in Warframe, anything I need to do in other games, if it's like stuff that I need to do for a handful of hours, yeah, I'll pop on stream to say hi and get some stuff done. So yeah, I might start streaming just to like get background footage, and then after that, I'll make some videos out of it, you know? Either way, it's been a good update. It's a good lead up to an update. We're going to be talking about a lot of shenanigans. If there's anything else you want me to cover, let me know. But I think most of the random videos for the new update are out until the update actually hits. I just need to talk about focus farming. But that's the usual, so thank you all so much for joining. It's been a good day, okay? And hopefully I will see you the next time. Sub, like, Epic Games Creator Code Pupsker, all that jazz, as always. Thank you.